Welcome to Survival to Creation with Cory Thorell, presented by the Academy of Logic and Light. If you've ever felt like you're living on autopilot, reacting instead of creating, you're in the right place.
This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about recognizing the survival patterns that once protected you, building awareness, and learning to create from a place of resonance instead of reaction.
Every first and third Friday, we'll explore the journey from 3D survival through 4D awakening into 5D creation, combining practical tools, reflection, guided experiences, and real conversations that help transform insight into lived experience.
Our live episodes stream publicly on YouTube and All TV, opening the door for anyone who's curious. And for those ready to go deeper, our private community offers replays, journal prompts, guided practices, dream harvesting, and ongoing support between sessions. This isn't about fixing yourself. It's about becoming the author of your own life. So take a breath, get curious, and let's begin the journey from survival to creation.
Hello. Welcome back. Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am awesome. So let's get started right away.
Yeah.
There are two words that I want to pull apart today. Two really powerful words, and they are yeah, but. Because we usually say them so quickly that we experience them as one thing. Yeah, but. I would love to take Friday off. Yeah, but everybody needs me. I would love to finally put my work out into the world, but who the hell am I to think anybody wants it? I would love to make the change, but what if I screw it up? I would love somebody to help me for once, but I should be able to handle this by myself. And look what happens. There was a moment, something open, something wanted, desired, a solution, a good idea, something came alive. And then the but. And almost every single time, the but gets the microphone, gets questioned, the but gets analyzed and believed, the but becomes the reasonable one. And that little yeah that happened first is gone, almost as if it never happened. And I find that very fascinating because I think that there are actually two different conversations happening inside those two small words. The but deserves our attention, but so does the yeah. So today we're going to separate them. We're going to begin where most of us immediately go away or stop. The but usually kills the dream, except today, we're not going to let the but slam the door. We're going to stop, listen, find out what it's actually protecting, because I believe there is a gift in everything. And very often, the thing that sounds like no becomes much more intelligent when we can hear, not right now, because this matters. Then, after that voice has actually been heard, we are going to go back to the word we almost skipped entirely, the yeah. Where did that yeah come from? That amazing yes. What part of you knew what it loved before the critic had time to explain why you couldn't have it? That's our conversation today. So welcome everybody. I'm Cory Thorell, and this is Pathway 4 of Survival to Creation. It is my collaboration with the Academy of Logic and Light. I'm here with Julie. Julie, good morning. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing so well. I was looking back at some of the first 3 pathways as we were getting ready for today. And I just want to send a little shout out and a thanks to those of you who are now following me in my community from here. Thank you for joining me and following me in my workshops. So good to know that we are reaching the world from right here. Yes. Mm-hmm. Awesome. So these yeah, but voices, we've all done it. We all do it. Yeah. Oh, but. Yeah. Oh, damn. Right. That energy is so familiar. We all do it. And I don't think there's any immunity to it. What a great thing to think about. There's no immunity to it, which means we all do it, which means, okay, cool, let's stop long enough to learn something bigger. So if you already know one of yours, a yeah, I would love that, but I don't get to. If you're listening out there, put it in the chat. Julie's watching the chat. I would love blank, but I don't get to, not right now. Whatever it is, don't clean it up, leave it messy, put it out there into the world. Give us the sentence that you actually hear. Julie's watching the room. And if you were joining us on YouTube and all TV, I want to welcome you here. We're delighted that you're here. So many of you have reached out to me. And I invite the rest of you to do the same. But give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe. Let the Academy know. Let Julie know. Let me know that you're here. Because a little bit of that action helps not only us, but the algorithms to find more people like you to do the work that we're doing. So just keep whatever your yeah, but is in mind, because I want to use that in your own story in our time together today. Now, every time that I open a circle, I call this art and beauty, which is the proof that this exists in the world. Sometimes it's a quote or a reference or a song or a piece of art, something like that, because we are entering a human conversation that existed before us sitting here today. One of my all-time heroes, mentors, teachers was Angeles Arian. She was a cultural anthropologist, teacher, author, and just one of those people who had an extraordinary ability to take ancient human questions and let us hear them again. So there is a question attributed directly to her that I learned from her workshops years ago. And she asks an old question in a very ancient way. Now, I find this fascinating because Angeles herself says, this is the question that we all must answer yes to, this ancient question. So here's the question. Are the good and the true and the beautiful parts of my nature as strong as the whispers of the demons and the monsters? Now, let me say it again. Are the good and the true and the beautiful parts of my nature as strong as the whispers of the demons and the monsters? Now sit with that for a second. The good, the true, the beautiful. All of those are amazing pieces of us. But the other voices, the monsters, the demons, strong, the ones that frighten, the ones that criticize, that tell us what could go wrong, that diminish, that know every reason to stay small, every reason to wait, every reason to doubt what we know. And Angela said we need to be able to answer yes to this question. Now, let me say this in a more modern way, the exact same question, but in words that we're more familiar with now. Is my self-love as strong as my self-critic? Is my self-love, the good, the true, and the beautiful, as strong as my self-critic, the whispers of the demons and the monsters? So let's go again. Yeah, but the self-love, yes, I would love that. And the critic, I don't get to. That simple. Now I want to call in some Shakespeare here. I have a long, my 30 years of big show business touring the world. Shakespeare's play Measure to Measure. Here's a quote from him. Our doubts are traitors and makes us lose the good we oft find win. Think about that. By fearing an attempt. Let me say that again. Shakespeare, Measure for Measure. Our doubts are traitors and makes us lose the good we oft find win by fearing to attempt. Damn, he names the cost. There are things we could experience, we could create, we could attempt, and fear can become the voice that turns us away before the attempt even begins. Wow. And here's where I want to add a Cory time turn to this beautiful question. I have spent enough time of a whole bunch of my life working on winning wars inside my own mind. And so I am less interested today in making the critic disappear. I want to know, why did the critic come? What does the critic care about? And what is it loving enough to protect? Oh, wow. We're inviting the critic, to take a place at the table. Perhaps the question becomes larger than which one wins. Maybe the question is, can I hear what each voice is actually bringing me? And so I want to bring Walt Whitman in as well. Uncle Walt, as I say, in his poem, Song of Myself, Whitman writes, "Do I contradict myself? Very well, then, I contradict myself. I am large and I contain multitudes." Think about that for a second. I contain multitudes. Exactly. One part can say yes, and another part can say wait. Both can belong to me, and I can still be the one who chooses. That is the ceremony of our conversation today. Arian gives us the good, the true, and the beautiful. Shakespeare gives us the cost of letting doubt make the decision. And Whitman gives us the multitudes. So now let's just see what those voices actually sound like in human life. Let's pause right there. Julie, how you doing?
Good. My brain's going miles a minute.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, Julie, right before we started, I asked you to surf in your own history and your own heart and soul. Are you willing to play? Are you willing to do a little bit of dream harvesting with me?
Yeah, let's go.
Excellent. So give
I
me
signed up for this.
Awesome. So Julie, dig deep in your heart. Because I know that we're in a safe community. Those who are here doing this work understand how deep this can really go. I want you to search for something real in your life right now, and let it be brave, real, honest. What is something you would genuinely love that is not here yet? So the sentence, I would love, fill in the blank.
Well, money is the first one that comes up for me. I am a Capricorn.
Right. Well, and money is something that we all require. Money is the silent roommate that we all live with.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have some money.
Yeah.
Right? Money's in the table. I would love some money. And everybody out there listening, please join us and maybe use money as the example, or maybe one of your own. I would love, and of course there's a but here. Now let's let that but come, Julie. Right? I would love money, but first thing that comes to mind. What's the first thing your unconscious pops in your head?
My first thing I hear is, but it's not here.
But it's not here.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now, switchcraft is one of the tools I teach in my coaching, the pause.
Yeah.
Switchcraft, when the old action stops. Yeah, but why is it not here?
Yeah.
What comes up next? First answer. Why is it not here? Why don't you have it?
Well, some things that I've been working on this week personally is that the frustration that it's not here is not an energy that I need to be feeling. I'm just ahead of schedule and it'll come when it's supposed to. But also that means that there's probably things that I need to look at my life, that abundance isn't coming in the way that I need to. So there is reflection work to do there. Most of the time it comes from my sense of worthiness.
Worthy. So I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting honest. Because all that story is the first layer.
Yeah.
Pretty story, pretty words, pretty things, ideas, training, workshops, my passion for personal growth and spirituality. But underneath that, thank you for saying, maybe it's because I'm not worthy. Wow. Thank you for being honest. Right? That automatic sentence was already moving. I want money, but it's not here. Why? Ooh, I have to get honest. Oh, I may not be worthy, or I may not deserve it, or maybe I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I have to fix myself first. There's something in the way. There's some part of your story that is calling for a pause. The but just walked into the room. And before we decide whether it's right or wrong, before we follow the instructions, but stop, wait, before we argue with it, I want to hear it. Julie, that part after the but again.
The yeah, but I'm not worthy.
I'm not worthy. right? And when the I'm not worthy comes out, what's the feeling in your belly right now?
Well, it's something I've been working on for like probably the last 4 or 5 weeks. Pretty vulnerably online.
Yes. And I would dare say it's probably more like years.
Yeah, for sure.
Lifetimes, maybe even ancient lifetimes, parental stuff, ancient stuff. Cool. Thanks for being honest. That sentence, if that sentence were just trying to say no, right? No, you don't get to have money. You're not worthy. Period. The end. End of story. What is it saying no for? But if there's a gift in everything, I'm not worthy. What does that mean? What do you have to do next?
I wish I knew.
Right. So what matters enough that this part of you wants to slow down? I don't have money. I'm not worthy. Oh, I got work to do. You've said a couple of times, I've been working on this. It's you're granting it the gift of your attention. It's worth working on your worthiness.
Yeah.
Right. It's calling your attention.
Yeah.
Right. So wait a minute. I have to be worthy first to have something worth money. We all can relate to this. I have this in my story. So many of us have this in our story, especially with the silent roommate that we all live with, money. Right? How do we treat that roommate? Are you kind? Are you welcoming? Are you do you set a place at the table for money, or do we ignore money, treat money terribly? Right? That's part of this awareness. Okay, there's a gift here. There's a gift in every story. Instead of, no, you can't have that often shows up with the but, end of story. Maybe what we are actually hearing is something closer to, no, not right now, because something matters to me. Something matters first. We get to give the gift of our attention to something to make us ready for the yeah, that would be amazing, but I'm not ready.
Yeah.
So many of us just turn the no, not right now into end of story, go back to suffering, back to scarcity, back to the normalizing of our suffering. We've all done that too. But here where the radical yes is, wait a second. The no is your spirit knocking on the door saying you've got dream work to do. You've got work to do. No, not right now, because blank matters. Something matters. So we get to do something first. Just feel the softening around that. Instead of, no, I'm not worthy, I'm stuck, or whatever out there listening, whatever your story is, the yeah, but, end of story, ugh, turns into, wait, this matters enough. Let's look at this closer. There's a softening right there. I hope everybody out there is feeling this softening, that your highest self is knocking on the door saying, yes, that's an amazing idea, but we have work to do. We have dream work to do. We have some undoing to do. Just feel how different that is. That first voice sounded like a wall. The second voice gives us information, and it tells us what is precious. It tells us what needs a seat at the table. It shows us what part of our hidden love story is asking for attention. It tells us what this part has been trying to care for. Right? Is anybody out there commenting? Are you seeing any of that? Julie, I'm just stopping for a second because I'm not watching the chat.
No.
Out there?
Let me check my over here. You can keep talking. I just can't see.
All right, awesome. I was just checking. Those of you out there maybe watching the replay, like once again, just take one, yeah, but, and pull it into your conversation today. Pull it into your consciousness. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about judgment. It's about listening underneath the but. What might matter here? It's not what we decide that it means or what we were taught that it means or other people's rules. What question could help the person, you, discover what matters? What are you protecting? What feels precious enough that some part of you wants to slow down a little bit? So this is where I want us right now. We're empowering the gift of wisdom into what felt like a full stop. But That quick mind assumes the but is a quick no and just stops. The conversation's over. And we have done it so many times now that we forgot to question it at all. Okay, great. The but is information. We hear that word but and our attention goes immediately to the problem, the reason we can't, the obstacle, the flaw, the fear. And I think we have been missing something. Your desire, the yeah, opens a doorway. There's something in you that says yeah. And the but reveals the rule that is standing in the room. You say, I would love to take a month off. And a voice immediately appears and says, you can't just disappear. There's a rule in there. Maybe responsible people are always available. So maybe we ask, and you say, I would love to finally show people my work, my passion. And the but says, people can be brutal. And there may be a rule there about visibility, about belonging, about what happens when people you see clearly judge you or are not nice to you, right? I would love somebody to take care of me. And the but says, that's ridiculous. You're the strong one. Maybe there's an entire history inside that sentence. I'm not good enough to be loved, so I have to be strong. See what I'm doing here? What is the wisdom underneath? What is the belief that is protecting you? There's something in the no or the but that is protecting something sacred to you. So in this ceremony of awareness, the ceremony of the pause of the switchcraft, yeah, that would be amazing. Pause. How good is it? Pretty damn good. But this matters. So we stop for what exactly? What are we stopping for? It's amazing enough to stop and give something our attention. Okay. I heard that. And it does matter because something in your unconscious mind is protecting something it perceives as super important right now. Thank you for that good service. Instead of treating the but like a villain standing between you and your dream, we pause to listen underneath it. So now I want to let this land. These are really big words, and sometimes these words hit hard. Rejection. We all know the feeling of that. We've all been rejected. We've all been said no to. Rejection is protection. How does that feel, Julie? Rejection is protection.
It's a good switch of words, but also it doesn't stop the ping of feeling inside.
Right. Rejection. I tried. I want to fit in. I want to belong. I really wanted, and I wanted to. I still want to, but I'm not welcome. I'm on the outside looking in, whatever it is. Because protection reflects love. Protection reflects our love story. That does not mean every old rule needs to keep running your life. It means the rule was trying to take care of something that mattered. And there's a huge difference between those two things. An old rule may say, stay invisible, but underneath it, maybe belonging matters to me. I have to belong before I'm visible. The rule and the value are different. An old rule may say, keep working harder. But underneath it may be being responsible matters to me so that I fit in with my dad and my boss, right? The rule and the value are different. Another example, an old rule may say, wait until you know for sure. And underneath it may be, I have a story about scarcity, so I care about stability. That's where that came from. The belief underneath the belief. So again, the rule and the thing it protects are different things. And this is where the gift appears. There's a gift in everything, because once I know what matters, I have something real to work with. Something real, tangible, my story, my emotions, what I care about. So the automatic no becomes not right now because this matters first. And that is not the end of our conversation. It is the beginning of an honest one. Okay, this matters. I hear you right now. How else might I care for what matters? Once again, the switchcraft moment. I'm going to stop reacting unconsciously on autopilot, pause long enough to see more, to make a better choice. So, what is inside the but, the no? Why was it curious enough to come out of the shadow and speak up in this way? Right? There's the hallway of possibility here. This is the work of the fourth dimension. What else is possible here? I'm stepping out of my 3D survival, surrender to my horrible life mindset. Stepping into the fourth dimension, my relationship with possibility. What else is there for me? There's a message, there's another reality, there's another choice, there's another solution, there's a dream waiting for me there. So maybe responsibility matters. And there is another way to be responsible besides being available every second. Maybe belonging matters. And there is another way to belong besides disappearing inside other people's expectations. Maybe financial stability matters. And there's another way to honor stability besides never taking the first step toward the thing you want. See, this is protection, carrying a gift. But we get to keep the gift. And now we get curious about the rule. That is the relationship. That's the relationship. So now I want to come back around because there is a gift in everything. And I think I've been making that point here about the no that usually feels like a full stop. I don't get to surrender. But okay, wait a second. We're stopping long enough because something matters, something we're carrying gigantically. So this is one of the reasons I keep coming back to the question, what are you loving enough to protect? What are you loving enough to stop your dream from coming true? Wow, a new perspective. I'm loving gigantically enough to pause my amazing dream so that I can prepare, I can be ready, I can be my best self, I can take care of my shit and take out my trash. I can honor my love story, whatever that story is for you. Because the thing we all call resistance, the thing we call procrastination, it shows up as fear, the inner critic, all that may be carrying something valuable. If we immediately try to silence it, we may silence the message along with the messenger. So we want to hear the gift. No, wait. Okay, hold on. Come on in, sit down, have a place at the table. Why are you here? Not because every fearful prediction is prophecy. It's because something important may be speaking through it, underneath it. There's something, your angels, your guides are showing up. You ask for a prayer and a solution, and it's showing up. But are we open enough? Are we wise enough to actually let the message in? So there can be an enormous difference between I can't, I don't get to, right? And something I care about needs to be included in this decision. Wow. Do you feel that opening? Do you feel that softening in your own story? Everybody out there, think about that would be amazing, but I don't have it right now because something matters. Your love story is asking to be heard. Let's give it a place to land. Feel that. One collapses the future. The other gives us information for creating the future. Another example, I can't leave this job becomes financial stability matters to me. Possibility just entered the room. It's not that you can't leave the job. It's that stability has to be in place before you leave the job. Okay, got it. So now we can work with something. Another example, I can't let people see me or this becomes my belonging and acceptance matters here. Different approach, different foundation. So now let's look at belonging. I feel safe here. Am I safe enough? Ask permission. Now can I show you something in a safe way? Right. Another example, I never come first becomes I care about the people who depend on me. Right? So here we are. We can honor the value in the tool at the same time. Right. I'm getting some feedback. Are you getting that feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the gift that we're talking about here. There's a gift in everything. And only now, after the but, the message, the gift of the but has been heard, after the protection has been welcomed, after we know what matters, do I want to turn around and look at the word we rushed past at the very beginning? We're going to come back to the yeah. Sometimes we say, hell yeah. And then I think, wait a minute. I think a better set of words might be heaven yeah. Right? Wow. What is this yeah? What about the yeah? Julie, what does the yeah mean to you? Let's come back to it.
It's the action, the excitement, the passion, the joy. It's the thing that makes you want to go.
It's the calling.
Yeah.
The calling, the new good thing. It's the dream. How good it's our imagination, our intuition, our childish sense of wonder. It's our innocence. It's our sense of play, all engaging in what we're creating. Now, these are the tools of the way that our superconscious, the soul level, the spirit, this is the way that it communicates with us. It's not in feelings. It's not in words. It's in dreaming. It's in dreaming. So the yeah comes from that place of infinite possibility, the field of knowledge, the Akashic records, our connection to source, the universe, God, creator, whatever it is for you in your world. What is that magic place that when you sit down with a question and all of a sudden you come up with an answer that you've had no books, no training, no mentors for, and you go, oh, amazing, it's perfect. Where did that inspiration come from? Spirit, source, creator energy, imagination, the collective consciousness. We're all more powerful there than anywhere else. So before the but arrived, there was something else. We all said, I would love, fill in the blank. And for one tiny moment, before anybody voted, before anybody explained, before anybody predicted consequences, something in you said, yes. Amazing. Cool. Absolutely. That would be the perfect thing. More money, more solution, different house, relationship, abundance, peace, serenity, sovereignty, whatever it is, relief, a deeper breath, a good nap. Where did it come from? That question matters to me just as much as what is the but protecting? The source of the yeah. Because the critic is often very, very loud, but desire can be quiet. The but comes with documentation, evidence, history, case studies, charts, names, dates, receipts. But the heaven, yeah, it can arrive as a breath, as a little bit of electricity. A smile that you didn't plan, goosebumps, butterflies in your tummy, a warmth, a picture that flashes through your mind, something that simply says, oh, I love that. Oh my God, I love that. I really love that thing. I love that thing. Now think about that. Just even saying those words, thinking those words, I love that. The energy in our body changes. Our focus changes. The investment of the gift of our attention changes. So what if I love that deserves investigation as well? So this takes me back to Angeles Arian, that quote from the beginning, are the good, the true, and the beautiful parts of my nature as strong as the whispers of the demons and the monsters? Are you answering yes to that question in your life right now? So many of us can talk about our shit story instantly, effortlessly, in ridiculous detail. But when I ask you what would you love, did you pause? Damn, I've got dream work to do. My dreamer's rusty. I've got to oil my gears. Right? And the modern version of that is my self-love as strong as my self-critic. Can you honestly say yes? We live in a world that teaches us to say no. Don't dream, don't be powerful, stay quiet, shut up, be guilty, give me your money, blah, 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 blah. Welcome to the world today. Because maybe the reason we know the critic so intimately is that we interview it all day long. What could go wrong? What will they think? What if I fail? What evidence do I have? And then the good, the true, and the beautiful part of our nature says, I would love, and we give it just a second before it disappears. So now I want to interview the yeah. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That would be amazing for me. I want you to think of a yes so powerfully that you get goosebumps and butterflies at the same time. What do you love? What is alive in you? What are you trying to show me? What possible future could there be for me? What becomes possible when I give this voice some attention? I would love that. I would love that. I love that. I really love that. This is where dream harvesting begins. We've talked about dream harvesting in all 3 episodes, all 3 pathways before today. Not as homework from another episode, but right here, I want to come back to dream harvesting is one of the ways we become acquainted with the sound of our own yeah, our own heaven yes. So if this is your first time with me and us in this container, right? Let me catch you up. One of the practices that we were talking about before is a dream harvesting tool called 100 Things I Love, 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 right? 100 things. I want you, all of you, if you've not done this, get a pad of paper that has nothing else, a whole pad of paper. You're going to need more than 1 page. And I want you to write a list of 100 things that you're freaking out, jumping for joy, goosebumps and butterflies at the same time. Your heart beats faster. You get out of your chair. Love, 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 love. And little things matter. Right? If you miss this assignment, I have all of my clients do this right at the very beginning. You begin collecting 100 things that generate that internal, yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it feels good. And if you just like them, it's not good enough. This is way more than the things you have been told to appreciate. These are the things that actually light you up. Butterflies, goosebumps at the same time. Think about that. It's alive. The point is to become more articulate about what feels alive. Just talking about it, not good enough. Feeling it enough to wake up, to give it the good, the true, and the beautiful parts of your nature. Give it some vocabulary, some recognition to create more familiarity, more autopilot response to it. So when someone says, what do you love? You immediately go, coffee and chocolate at the same time, the sound of rain on the roof of a tin roof. I love desert sunsets. I love meaningful conversation. I love eye contact. I love New Mexican green chili. I love to wake up cuddling with my man. I love instantly, as opposed to, right? Yeah. This is important. Julie, how's your list of 100 things?
It's not 100 yet.
Yeah? Okay.
But it's coming.
Are you adding to it every day?
Not every day. I can't say that, mostly because of the headspace I've been in the last 2 weeks, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's a slower list than I had anticipated.
Right. And that's probably true for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so I had a new client just this week and I sat him down and he was having a really hard time with the world and everything around him. And I said, okay, here's the deal. You know, and in interviewing him, I had said a couple of things like, okay, where do you feel safe? And he goes, in nature. He says, what's one of the activities that you love to do that takes your mind off all of your suffering? He goes, I like to go pick up rocks. And I said, okay, cool. He says, where in the world do you connect with a source bigger than you? And he says, hugging trees. right? And then we went through another thing, harvested a bunch. I made sure that we had at least 10 things for his list before I even talked about the list. And then I said, okay, here's the homework. Here's the deal, because this is going to be it's going to calm down your nervous system. It's going to give you proof that living is amazing, that life on earth is spectacular. I want you to make a list of 100 things. And he went, oh, that's going to be hard. Because he was attached to his third dimension reality of suffering. Okay, that's not judgment. That's just what you're doing. Yeah, but I don't get to make a list of 100 things. And I said, wait a second, we already have 10. So I gave him a journal. I brought my own little notebook for him and I put it on the table. And I said, here's a pen, write this down. Nature, rocks, hugging trees, sunsets, and the other things. And he went, you literally watched his shoulders drop, his skin changed color. He leaned back in his chair. He started to breathe deeper. And I said, how's that feel? And he went, oh my God, I'm grounded right now. And he came in terrified. One, he's meeting somebody he's never met before. His friend of his said, you should see Cory and do some work. And he was like, who's this Cory? What do you mean do work? You know, but now all of a sudden, just this one simple act of, yeah, I love trees. Yeah, rocks matter to me. Yeah, being in nature brings me ground, connects me to my source. Yeah, this matters. Feeling it enough to wake up. Give the good, the true, and the beautiful part of your nature more vocabulary. Learn its voice. Learn how it feels in you when you pause long enough to harvest more details. Harvest more details. How good can you make your dream? Because when you have spent years listening closely to the critic, you may need practice listening just as closely to love. And it's just practice. It's just practice. That is the first thing that we're doing here. It gives the microphone. We're giving the microphone back to the yeah. So Julie, let's go back to your the money.
Oh,
I want you to come back to what you said at the beginning and forget the I'm not worthy for amount or any other story that has then been stapled to it. Just the right? We already listened to it. We know what matters there. Let's go back to the original sentence. I would love money. Say it again, Julie.
I would love money.
Mm-hmm.
I do love money.
Now, then I was just going to say, now I am loving money. I am
loving money.
It's not tomorrow, it's today.
Yeah.
Like I would love, right? Means I'm not doing it yet.
Yeah.
Present. I was just going to call you on it. You called yourself on it. Good job. I do love money. Now, once again, money's a great example because it is the silent roommate that we all live with. Mm-hmm. When's the last time you set a place at your dinner table for money? To say thank you for being here in a sacred ceremonial way. Like I love the indigenous ceremonies of when we make food for ourselves, we make a small plate of food for the ancestors and we put it on the altar for them. I am loving money enough to make a place for you at my table. Whatever your dream is, whatever your dream is, what do you love about money?
What do I love about money?
Yep.
Mostly that I can do more things and I can help more people. The more money that I have, the more I can give back to people. And I think that's the hardest part is like, I don't necessarily want it for me. I want it to grow and like expand with people.
Right. So I'm hearing freedom.
Yeah.
It gives me freedom to be, to dream, to give back so that I don't have to say, but I love money, but I just want to give, to be my authentic self, to be my predominant creator, to be attached to source. Right? Exactly. So if we use Angeles Arian's language, that money, what exactly feels good and true and beautiful inside the for you? What's good? What's true? What's beautiful?
In the stability of money for me?
Sure, whatever's ringing true for you. Yeah.
I think stability is one of it. I've never had stability. I've moved a lot. I've always been in scarcity. Mm-hmm. We barely had enough food to eat my whole life. And that comes from my ancestors as well. But for me, I want to be my own boss. I want to be independent. I don't want to be owned by a corporation. I just want to do what I want to do and I want the money to do it.
Okay, great. And I'm going to interrupt you right there because I've been to your house. We've had dinner together. We're creating. We're hanging out. We've been camping together, right? And I've heard you say that you're more stable now than you've ever been, right? But a moment ago you said I'm never stable.
Yeah, I
So
mean, this
I
is
want to
not
install.
the most.
Right. So I want to install
but
for
it's not
you.
Stable.
Right. I want to give you a gift that I teach a lot of other clients. Is I remember not being stable.
I like that.
Because all that puts you in a place of stability. I remember not being stable. Wait a sec. I'm not. That means I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah.
Remember when. That's a great mantra for you all to practice. Anything that's tough right now, or but I remember doing that. I'm not doing it now. That means we pull the dream from tomorrow and install it into today.
Like that.
Making it active. Right on, Julie. Thank you for your honesty and your vulnerability and in being willing to play today.
Oh, that's what we're here for.
Right, because it matters. Now look what we have here. In today's journey so far, the but brought us something important. It showed us what wants protection. And the brought us something important. It shows us what wants life, vitality, attention, freedom. And now we have a much richer question than which voice wins. We now can ask what else is possible that honors what I love and what I care about. What do I love and what do I care about at the same time? But's no longer a full stop. It's a that's amazing and I care enough to do it well. Now we've just redefined what but really is, the tool of but. Now in this, what we're doing here in these 12 tools, these 12 pathways together, the survival to creation. What does that mean? Survival, third dimension, the surrender to your victimhood. That is all there is for me. Let me go into the hallway, the fourth dimension. Well, wait a second. I can't go back. I don't know where I'm going. There has to be more for me. I'm willing to learn, grow, try something new. I'm going on this search. But used to be a full stop. Now, means spirit, imagination, creativity, and but this takes care first. We get to do it well. How many times have we rushed into a dream and then royally screwed it up because we didn't have what we needed? Right? I know I've done that many, many times. That's a great idea. And I fly into it without the tools or the preparation or the yummy snacks or a blanket. Next thing you know, I'm like, whoa, I don't have what I need in a really big way. And then I loop back around and I have to start over. Oh, I'm starting over. The looping, the spiraling, the oscillation. How did I get back here again? Try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. Redefining but turns it into let's try, let's prepare, let's get ready, let's pause, let's try some more, let's get ready, let's prepare, let's dream again, let's try some more. Now we've removed failure because everything matters. All parts of your story matter. Now that is creation. We are creating 100% of the time. But what are we creating? What are we giving the gift of our attention to? Is it your bullshit story one more time? For the 1,000th time before breakfast? Well, then it's getting very good. No wonder when I say, what do you love? You go, But if I say what's terrible and tell me about it, instant detail, no effort. It's terrible. And this is just how terrible. And look how many people it screws over. And look at the colors and the texture of just how terrible it is. This practice says, okay, now let's turn it around. I want the details, the texture, the rich lighting, the amazing possibility and how it affects you and your community of how good your dream is in such a way that you get out of your chair, you have goosebumps, you're enlightened, you can't not move. Inspired motivation. That's what this is about. And that list of 100 things is the gateway. If you're out there suffering in the world and you're having a really hard time and that list of 100 things sounds impossible, remember that everything you're saying no to has a yes holding it up. Everything you're saying no to has a weight that matters not right now inside of it. The sacred table. I've talked about the sacred table in my work, and we're doing it here right now. The work of the sacred table. You're sitting at your sacred table, and the yeah comes in and sits down and says, this is going to be amazing. Let's talk about it. Let's dream about it. And then there's a knock on the door to your sacred table, to your sacred dining room. And you knock on the door, we open the door, and the but comes in. Excuse me, we're not ready. We have work to do. Okay, that doesn't mean the yeah left the table. It means come on in, sit down. Thank you for coming. You have a gift. Why are you here? Now, yeah, have you met the but? But have you met the yeah? We're on the same team. Rejection is protection. What are we loving gigantically enough to become powerful for? Wow. And that's the work we do, right? So the yeah has a chair. The but has a chair. Your dream has a chair. Your concern has a chair. The good, the true, and the beautiful are in the room. Your protector, your critic are in the room. You are the host, right? The but gets to tell you this matters. The yeah gets to tell you this matters too. And now conscious leadership, your dreamer, your consciousness gets to say, I hear you both. I know what you're protecting. I know what you are loving, and I am here. So now let's ask what else is possible. Because of this, in all that we're doing, in all that we carry, what is possible now? And perhaps eventually the sentence evolves from just yeah, but into something like, yeah, and this matters too. Right? And that's what we're doing here. I would love to travel the world, and financial stability matters to me. So let's plan. Let's do it well. I would love to be more visible, and belonging and safety matters to me too. I would love to finally put myself first, and caring for the people I love matters to me too. Now both truths are available. The but no longer has to destroy the yeah in order to be heard. And the yeah no longer has to pretend that the concern does not exist in order to stay alive. Both belong. And now you get to choose from here. So let's stop right there. That's kind of, I'm right at the end of my presentation. I want to do a little quick invitation out there. If you're watching, comment, let us know you're here. Give us a thumbs up. Your yeah buts in the chat would be great. Even in the replay on YouTube, hit the click button, comment, let us know that you're here. Julie, how did you find yourself in my story today?
Inspired. I think that was my favorite takeaway was the motivated inspiration. Is that how you said it?
Inspired motivation.
Inspired motivation.
Yeah. Because often we are motivated from fear or from the critic to shut down, to stop, to defend, to fight back.
Yeah.
Inspired motivation is creation. Because of all of that, this would be amazing. This would be amazing. And I want to come back to that sentence that I used last time, and it's showing up in my work all over the place right now because of all of that, your history, your story, everything you've been through, and all that I carry, your beliefs, your emotions, what it meant to you, your explanation. What are you loving gigantically enough to become powerful for? Because of all of that and all that I carry, what am I loving gigantically enough to become powerful for? Right? So now we're taking our eyes off of what we're running away from and gazing forward to what we are creating because of that. And that's your love story. And when we're engaged with love, we attach to our creator, and our imagination, our intuition, our creativity, our childish innocence comes back online. And most importantly, it feels good. It feels good. And that creates the inspired motivation. I am inspired. I can't not stay in my chair. That feels so good. I'm going to get up and stir the pot, chop the wood, carry the water, do the thing, dream even bigger. Laugh a little more, breathe a little deeper. Because when we do that, everything else becomes possible. So these little steps matter. Baby steps matter. So this week, when you hear that yeah, but autopilot, the invitation here is to slow it down. Hear the but. What are you loving gigantically enough to stop for? Pause long enough for? What are you really protecting? Listen to what you find that matters. And when the old no shows up, it really means not right now because this matters. It doesn't mean full stop. It means pause long enough to grow. So let's honor that. And then next steps, go back to the original. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, because it's bigger. Sometimes we make the critic louder, right? The question we all must answer yes to is the good, the true, and the beautiful parts of your nature as strong, if not stronger, than the whispers of the demons and the monsters. That's what we're talking about today.
Beautiful.
Right. So what do you love? What do you love about this? Let love speak as clearly as the self-critic. And then we bring them together. I know what I love. I know what matters. And what else is possible from here? That's what we're doing. That's the magic of this. Now, before we start wrapping it up, a little quick shout out to, I think this little QR code above me is the link to my weekly workshop. Is that what it is?
That one's the survival to creation.
That's the
group.
community. That's the community. Yep. And so that's a place where, you come into my world, and that's a private container, and not very many people have signed up for that yet. And so it's kind of growing and going slow. But what is alive? Let's switch to the super conscious tune-up, that one right there. Every single week, I host a live workshop. It's not even a workshop. It's an orientation container, Wednesdays, 3 to 4 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And this is a global community. And we've been doing it weekly for 2 years now. We have over 80 replays available in the library where we talk about survival to creation. We talk about the third, fourth, and fifth dimensions. We talk about personal growth and life design. It is the place where you learn what is possible. And it's an amazing community. We usually have 10 to 20 people every single week live in the room. Some of you from this audience have already joined us there. It's free. It's on Zoom. You don't have to do anything to arrive in that room except sit down, have a glass of water, bring a journal, and hang out with us and learn something. And if you're interested in what we're doing, you get the app. You can download my programs on your mobile device and take me podcast style everywhere you go. Once again, that is free, and it's an incredible library. And so I invite you to do that on that link, wherever it is, right here somewhere.
Every time I point, it's always not right. So I've tried.
It's right about there somewhere.
Yeah, one of there.
Right. So I invite you to join me there. Next time, Pathway 5. I'm really excited about this. It's called the Rebuilder. The Rebuilder. Sometimes when we've done a lot of work, or we've taken workshops, we're doing shadow work, we're aware that we cannot stay in the third dimension anymore. It's like, there has to be more for me than that. We're doing the work at the fourth dimension. This is the rebuilder phase. And here I want to really talk about the fact that you are not broken. You've never been broken. There's a belief in big pharma out there. They want us to believe we're broken, that we have to endlessly fix ourselves, which makes us lifetime clients. But I believe no matter what's going on in your world, with your diagnosis, with your mindset, with your perspective, is that you're not broken. Your spirit's knocking on the door with custom-made lessons for you. And that means that you are becoming. So next time we're talking about the rebuilder, rebuilding your life, rebuilding your energy, rebuilding your spirit. So that's going to be in a couple of weeks. So Julie, I just want to say thank you again for reaching out to me and inviting me to do this with you. It's been so fun now that we have a few of these episodes in place. People are reaching out to me and saying thank you. We're showing up. Yeah, our community is alive, and we're hearing from people all over the United States. And I'm hoping that we're going to start hearing from people all over the world. So thank you for holding the room live with me. Thank you, everyone out there joining us on YouTube and all TV. Listen for the but, find the gift, and then come back to the yeah. Anything else, Julie, as we wrap it up?
No, I'm excited. The next one will be on September 4th. Same time, same place, 10 a.m. It's the first and third Friday of the month, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time every week.
Right on. And then once again, you can always find me at corytimecoaching.com. That's my website. But most importantly, come to the tune-up, because that's live in the room. It's safe, it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's full of gigantic love. Thanks again, Julie. I sure love you.
Thank you. No, I love you too. We will see you soon. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We bridge the gap between what the world often keeps separate, logic and light, and spirit and science. We welcome everyone to come as you are and invite you to become the hero you want to become through educational tools and community connection. We offer tools, teachings, and community to help you remember who you are. This includes live shows, workshops, nutrition and wellness, and exclusive member perks. Logic leads us, light guides us, community connects us. Check out our TV Digest channel guide on All TV. Catch your favorite show, live stream, or find a new favorite show to add to your notifications. We are always adding new standalone episodes and series. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Find us online on our website and all major social media platforms at Academy of Logic and Light. Click the link in bio to join our community. We hope to see you again soon, either here or on your hero's journey.